Okay guys, so welcome back to How He Runs. I've had a lot of people ask me what kind of foods I use to fuel myself throughout my training or before, during, after a race, an ultra race, a long trail race. Getting started with it guys, got a delivery today from Runivore Vital Thai here in Thailand. So starting off the day, I always end up from training first thing in the morning. Usually I'll kind of hit the trails first thing in the morning, maybe running fasted, or maybe I'll just have a few bananas before I go out if it's a long morning. But then when I get back from a trail run, I quite often have some Runivore oats, and I'll soak these in soy milk, maybe some chia seeds as well. So chia seeds are a fantastic way to get a great source of nutrients and vitamins. So I have the oats and the chia seeds, maybe put in some mashed bananas, some raisins, something like this. So really nice kind of wholesome kind of main breakfast there after a run. And before that, usually I have like a fruit smoothie as well. Usually some pineapple, watermelon, or a banana shake. One of those, get some fruit in first thing after the long run. Obviously the same goes then if I'm racing. I need to make sure I'm having some good energy at the start of the day, especially if you're going to be running for about 10 hours plus on these ultra races. You know, you need to make sure you're fueling yourself before you go out and run. You can't go out and run on an empty stomach. So what I'll have in those circumstances, I'll always have a few bananas, and then I'll have my oats before I go out to the race. So usually I try and start eating at least 2 hours before my event, just to make sure it's got some time to settle. But during the race, obviously that's always important. On these longer races, you need to fuel yourself. People ask me, do I use gels? I don't use them too much in training anymore because I know that my body's pretty happy with them. I usually use dried bananas or something like that if I'm on a long trail run, and obviously Runivore bars as well. But gels are fantastic on race day because there's nothing easier for your body to take, really. Just super easy digestion. I usually go for the goo gels myself. They are vegan, and I usually go for a nice kind of mix of everything they offer. I do take caffeine gels in these ultra races, usually towards the second half of the race. If you are running for that kind of length of time, it really is a benefit there to use a bit of caffeine. And the goo gels, again, like I said, it's just simple sugars, but they also put in amino acids and sodium in there as well. So it's going to help keep your kind of electrolyte balance a bit better throughout the race. It's going to help you out with that. And each gel is usually about 100 calories. So sticking on the electrolyte kind of focus, when I was doing the Thailand Ultra Marathon last month, it's the first time I really thought about really sticking on the top of my electrolytes, a lot more concentrated than just thinking about gels. And I also used some they're called salt stick fast chews. So that was the first time I really kind of used any kind of salt product as such when thinking about electrolytes, but it certainly helped. I think I was doing every half an hour or so. I think they probably recommend a little bit more if it's as hot as it is out here. But it's important not to go overboard with that. Just listening to your body as well, making sure that you're really thinking and feeling your body and being mindful of that. You can feel yourself when in these ultra races, if you're really in tune with yourself, if you've done the training, you can feel yourself starting to feel like you're flagging a bit, starting to feel like you're struggling, and electrolytes might be something that you're lacking within the race at that point. So moving on then with the race, obviously I said I use gels, but I also use Runivore bars and Runivore bites. So you've got chia on a date bar, so that's one of the flavors they do. They also do another flavor as well. We've got chia cacao espresso, which is kind of a coffee and chocolate kind of flavor. It's a really tasty bar. It's really nice, really natural. So I always have these on me. If I'm feeling a bit more hungry throughout the race, have a bar and you feel like your energy levels boosted up again. You know, you can't just survive 12 hours plus on just gels. I know some people go for that, but for me anyway, I feel this kind of hole in my stomach. If I'm just doing that, I feel like I need some proper food, and these really can help keep you satiated, keep the energy levels high, but again, being easy on the digestion and to break up the monotony of just the gels. It's really important to make sure you're giving yourself some real food, and something like some dried fruit is a fantastic option for that. So after the race, you know, I've been running for 12 hours plus in these 100Ks. Even from that to a marathon, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going straight for the fruit. So again, trying to go for watermelon, something to get the hydration in. If they haven't got watermelon, something like bananas or pineapple, whatever is available, I always go for the fruit at the end of a race. I think it's really important to really focus on getting the food in there that's going to be easy for your body to digest, keeping the hydration high, obviously, getting the energy and sugars straight to the cells to help that recovery. And obviously with the fruit, it's really going to help reduce the inflammation. So quite often after these long races, you know, you've been running for a long time, your body obviously has a lot of inflammation and a lot of damage has been done to the body, especially when you're trying to race as hard as you can. It's really important to do everything you can to reduce this inflammation, to help speed up the recovery process. So I'll always go for the fruit, and then within 90 minutes then of finishing, I'll always Maybe I'll be snacking on some Runnervore bars again then, but always try and make sure I get a nice main meal. So something simple, usually some rice, some vegetables, maybe a curry. Obviously always vegan, always plant-based. Again, that's just really easy for your body to assimilate the nutrients from those meals, to digest it through, and it really boosts your recovery because your body's not wasting energy trying to digest any of these animal products which aren't going to be great for you in the long run anyway. So really recommend fruit, something simple, snacks, maybe something like a Runnervore bar, something similar to that, and then again get some real food in as quick as you can. So I say at least 90 minutes to 2 hours after the main event if you can. Let me know if there's anything that I didn't quite cover with this discussion. Any other questions maybe I can make into a video in the future for you guys. Give me an email at harryrunsuk@gmail.com if you're interested in coaching, or if you have any specific training questions that you might think I can help you out with. And thanks for watching, guys, and happy running.